Trump's changed his tune. On Election Day, you and I had a conversation, and you were sort of setting up the idea that maybe if he comes up short, the Republican Party has a lot to answer for. So is this victory because of the Republican Party or despite of it?
Because of the Republican Party, but mostly because of Donald J. Trump. I mean, he created a movement. You see the turnout in these counties that went for Donald Trump and Mitt Romney being way up for Trump. You see the counties and the states that were more for Hillary Clinton being way down in turnout. So I think the enthusiasm and the momentum, Chuck, that Donald Trump created as part of his movement really ended up translating into votes on Election Day. I hope even those who were critical of Mr. Trump, of President-elect Trump, I like the sound of that, I hope that they at least learn something from the voters. That's what so many of us have been urging from the beginning. You want to grow the Republican Party? Pay attention to what he's done.
Before the election, the Democrats telling Hillary Clinton if she won, she needed to spend time in red America. Does Donald Trump need to spend some time in blue America? Not just have rallies with his supporters, but maybe have town halls with opponents?
Sure, he's already shown his willingness to spend time in blue America. It's actually how he won the election, busting the blue wall that people said you couldn't do.
No, but there's a difference. There's one thing going to states where he finds voters who agree with him, but talking to voters who disagree with him.
Well, he found a lot of voters who disagreed with the Republican Party all along, and they voted for him. Those were the undercover Trump voters we tried to talk about for months under a hail of ridicule.
You had said yesterday that a chief of staff announcement was imminent. Who a president names as chief of staff does set a tone. I want to quote Dan Balls from this morning. Do Trump's core followers want Washington to work better, or do they expect him to be more disruptive as a president? And it seems as if Reince Priebus, chairman of the RNC, as chief of staff, would send one direction about working with Paul Ryan. Steve Bannon, campaign chair Breitbart, might send a more disruptive message. Should we read into that, depending on who he names?
Well, they'll both have big roles in a Trump administration, in my view, as well as they should. I mean, it was a very small core senior team, probably less than 10 people all told, and I'm sure that everyone will be very important to the president moving forward. I will say this, though. I think having worked with him and known him, Steve Bannon in this particular campaign was the general, and he is much more the Goldman Sachs managing partner and much more the naval officer. I think that people realize that's...
We've been looking for you.
What you're saying
Let's get you plugged in.
We wouldn't come in to say, let's burn Washington down, proverbially.
I think that the president-elect is there to actually implement his first 100-day plan, and those around him know that and will appreciate that, whether it's within his inner circle on Capitol Hill. We are very grateful in Trump world to both Bannon and Priebus, and I think you'll see them continue to work together and they'll work very closely together. This is a mandate, and those of us who are around him will support him wanting to do stuff.
All right, but you say it's a mandate. How do you explain losing the popular vote?
Well, you've got big states in there like California and Illinois, New York.
All part of America.
Well, of course they're part of America.
No, but that's my point. So that's half the country. I mean, it's one thing to claim a mandate, and I think governing-wise, I get what you're saying, but you do have a public opinion-wise or popularity-wise, that's a different story. How do you square the two? How do you square the two?
Chuck, my colleagues across the aisle in Brooklyn and Team Clinton are very smart people. I respect them very much, but they misread America. And they did not have her in red states. They were pretending that they were going to turn red blue. They were pretending. It was literally said, and all of you covered it like it was gospel, literally said, we will know this election result before Election Day because of the early vote. False, but written about. She had a good election, she had good early voting, but horrible Election Day turnout. Then it was, quote, we will have historic turnout. False, but it was written about and covered as if it were true because it came from them. What I just want to say to you about him, he has put out an agenda that everybody can see. He has talked about what his replacement for Obamacare would be. He has talked about his plan to defeat radical Islamic terrorism. He's going to create more 25 million jobs over 10 years, invest in energy and infrastructure. It's all there.
Let me ask you one final question. Hillary Clinton pinned the blame for her loss on James Comey. Do you believe Comey did have an impact, whether a direct impact or not? Do you believe it had some help to your candidacy in the last 11 days?
I think it's unfortunate that for Secretary Clinton, who's a woman of enormous gifts and talents, and she should be commended for putting herself out there and running for president twice. I just can't believe it's always somebody else's fault. Sometimes you just have to take a look in the mirror and reflect on what went wrong. We saw the polls tightening, as you must
lost in all of this. Thanks for coming in. And joining me now is a Democrat who represents a part of the country that perhaps still can't believe they lost on Tuesday. Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey. Senator, welcome back to Meet the Press.
Thank you for having me on again, John.
Let me put the question to you this way. What did you learn from the voters on Tuesday? What message did they send to you?
Well, look, I think that neither party should be standing with pride and chest thumping right now when you have something that's very ahistoric, one of the few times in which the Electoral College and the popular vote were different. The message to both parties should be right now that we need to find ways to work together to speak to the American public. This is an election like I've never seen before, and I think it reflects the fact that many people have a dissatisfaction with politics as usual. So I think this is a time where both parties should be humble, reach out to each other, and try to find ways to build on common ground to serve the concerns, the rightful frustrations of the American people.
You know, when you ran for the Senate, you talked about one of the things you wanted to be was a disruptor in that positive sense when you think of the way Silicon Valley companies are thought of as disruptors. Trump, Clinton, I heard a lot of voters talk about Trump as a disruptor. Do you get the sense that maybe that was something that was missing in Hillary Clinton's message?
You know, I think there's going to be a lot of time to focus on the data in this election and really try to figure out what happened. And I know there's going to be people on both sides trying to sift through it all. Right now I'm dealing with the fact that I've never seen an election like this one before, where people are so fearful. We elected someone who spewed so much Twitter troll-like bile and hate and bigotry that I literally have people erupting in tears. Even the flight I have to come here, an African-American single mom slipped me a note and hugged me with tears in their eyes. And so this is a time where I have deep concern about the future of our country. I've never seen an election where there's so many people who just don't know, from folks who are American citizens born in this country who tell me about their children feeling as if they're going to have to leave the nation because they're going to come after them. So my concern right now is standing in the breach and trying to turn fear into hope and trying to let folks know that we're going to fight forward and defend fellow Americans against what might or might not come.
What's your message to these protesters that are popping up? I was talking with Kellyanne Conway about it, asking if Donald Trump should be addressing these folks. She said he already has, and she even said she thinks that President Obama and Secretary Clinton should be telling these protesters essentially, hey, you need to accept the defeat and give some time and space to President-elect Trump. What's your message to these protesters?
Well, I'm sitting here right now having this conversation with you because of the tradition of American protest. I have my rights, not because of Washington suddenly deciding, Strom Thurmond and others, hey, let's give certain Americans equal rights, but because of the ardent, unyielding voice of protesters. And so when you have a president that is in his campaign who ran saying things that aren't just contrary to fact, but literally threatening to use presidential power in a way that would erode the rights and privileges and equality of large sections of Americans, God bless the protesters. But I will tell you this, I caution anyone who in their protest becomes the very thing that they're protesting against, meaning turning to hateful speech, violating principles and ideals that are sacred in this country. We need to raise our voices, but we do not need to indulge in hate. I still remember how upset I was in the aftermath of President Obama's election, where people in Republican leadership didn't say that, hey, I want to focus on the issues and values of our country, but my number one goal is to see that Barack Obama is not a two-term president. That to me is outrageous. I would never do that. My number one goal is to fight to protect poor people, ethnic and religious minorities, working class folks. And so I'm not going to become what the other side in many ways did that I thought was despicable, whether it was heckling the president during his State of the Union address. So I'm not going to become what the other side.
All right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put some domination.
Particularly if you look at what happened in Michigan, 12 counties with working class
Merciless.
Hardcore domination. Squad, capture the objective. Securing Charlie. C secure. Enemy has A. Secure. We're in the lead. Losing C.
Shit.
Assist your team at C.
Well, this isn't going too good.
Friendly drone support is active. You're needed at B. Guards have Bravo.
Pussy.
Securing Bravo. B secure. You're needed at Charlie. Friendly drone support is active. Enemy has C. Securing Alpha. Friendly drone support is active. Securing Alpha. Right there. Keep it up. Alpha secure.
Shit.
You're needed at Bravo. Guard at B.
It's bullshit.
Securing C. C secure. Soldier down. Assist your team at Alpha. Friendly drone support is active. Losing A. Losing Charlie. this fight. UN has C. Securing Charlie. Friendly drone support is active. C secure. Securing Bravo. Good job. Get ready for the next round. Hardcore domination. Go. Capture the objectives. Friendly drone support is active. Securing Alpha. Alpha secure. We're in the lead. Enemy has C. Securing B.
Up on the stairs there in the corner.
Enemy has B. Friendly drone support is active. Securing Charlie. Losing Alpha. Get those positions. We're being dominated. We've lost the lead. Alpha secure. You're needed at A. Losing Alpha. Charlie secure. Assist your team at A. UN has Alpha. Securing A. Losing C. Enemy shock sentry in play. Alpha secure. Hostile Trinity rocket in use. You're needed at A. Enemy UAV. Enemy
Are you
UAV in
fucking
your
kidding me?
vicinity. Enemy has A.
Detecting movement.
Friendly drone support is active. Hardcore domination. Squad, capture the objectives. Securing Charlie. Friendly drone support is active. Friendly drone support is active. Assist your team at Bravo. Losing Bravo. Enemy UAV in your vicinity. Friendly bombardment incoming. Charlie secure. Enemy has Bravo. Friendly warden providing full air support. Securing A. Friendly drone support is active. B secure. You're needed on B. Losing Charlie.
You're a bitch. Pussy.
Charlie. Enemy Scarab active. You're halfway there. Keep it up. Enemy has Charlie. Friendly drone support is active. A secure.
Yeah.
Friendly drone support is active. Losing B. Assist your team at B. Enemy has B. C secure. Assist your team at Alpha. Scars have Alpha. Friendly drone support is active. Securing A. Enemy bombardment incoming. Securing A. Alpha secure. We're winning this fight.